Good evening, all. The Jewish Achievers Award is truly a remarkable event, as it affords us an opportunity to acknowledge the tireless work of our extraordinary community. It is therefore a special privilege for me to address you this evening on behalf of my family, who are proud sponsors of this spectacular occasion. The theme this evening is painting a masterpiece of hope, and in honor of our soon-to-be announced Lifetime Achiever, I'd like to offer some ideas towards this theme. Those of you who know me already know that I'm passionate about the power of culture and its capacity to help us shape and reshape perceptions of the world around us. I'd like to share two very different works of art with you tonight that help to illustrate how I see this extraordinary moment. This film, titled Pomegranate, by artist Kirsh, at first appears to be a still life, an age-old fascination of artists to stage a scene, study it in line or paint, and render the natural beauty it depicts, frozen in time. Its fruit will never rot, its leaves will not wither. Kirsh literally shatters that notion as a bullet shears the scene, ruptures the pomegranate, and our still, calm world explodes. The COVID-19 pandemic abruptly upended our lives to varying degrees, but its effects have truly been universal. There is not a single person who has not been impacted. This is what we refer to as a collective trauma. It is a common bond that forces all of us to confront the fragility of the human condition. What was once a still life intact is now shattered. What is next? Shattered can be our new normal, or we can rebuild our next still life, focusing, examining, and working on the potential of what could be a more perfect still life. It takes courage, commitment, grit, and personal insight to commit to rebuilding. What is clear, what is imperative, is that to overcome a collective trauma, you need a collective effort. Leaders emerge, people come together to help one another and to help their community. We line the banks of rivers with sandbags. We open field hospitals. We distribute millions of food parcels, fund water boreholes. We give blood, donate money. We behave collectively, members of a community, citizens. How we respond to adversity is a measure of who we are as individuals and as a community. How we work and collaborate together. But that only takes us so far. This leads me on to examining my next work. This piece is titled Measuring the Universe by Slovakian artist Roman Ondak. It is a participatory work rather than a fixed painting or sculpture. This artwork becomes as the exhibition unfolds. Starting with clean white walls, gallery assistants measure each visitor's height using their name and date of their visit as a height mark on the gallery wall. Over the duration of the exhibition, the wall collects names and the artwork emerges. Each person is given individual attention, invited into the conversation, and they leave their mark in the space. The result speaks less about individuals and more about the catalytic power of collective action. Measuring the Universe deftly appraises both the individual and a connected humanity. This piece reminds us that we do not exist in isolation. We exist in relation to one another. People have sought out community even when physical gatherings were impossible. One example is Lockdown University, a free Zoom platform I initiated to educate my family and community. We created a virtual seminar of sorts. But more important than the amazing guest speakers and topics we covered is that we committed ourselves to embracing people and communities across the world, to bring voices and ideas into all our homes, to give us a sense of community and togetherness. However, we must acknowledge this pandemic has had disproportionate consequences for our most vulnerable communities. Addressing inequity, racism, access to healthcare, and environmental sustainability. What inspires me, what heartens me, is to see that this is happening. I see it in my work with Lockdown University, I see it with the Guggenheim, our family foundation, and on the world stage. We are not yet on the other side of the pandemic. We still don't know what that will look like. But I am hopeful, and I hope you are too, that we can build and will re-emerge, rebuild and heal together a better community, stronger and far more inclusive than ever before. To quote Nelson Mandela, "Hope is a powerful weapon, and no one power on earth can deprive you of." I am honored to present the Kirsh Family Lifetime Achievement Award on behalf of my family and myself. And the winner of the Kirsh Family Lifetime Achievement Award is Eric Ellerin.